What's up, everybody? I'm Rohila, and today we're going to talk about why is it so difficult to accept compliments. Understanding that will help you transform your life. Now, we've all had moments where someone comes up to us and pays us a compliment. It could be something as simple as, hey, that's a nice shirt you're wearing, you've got a nice smile, or something as deep as in, you look beautiful today. So why is it all those things are difficult for us to accept? In fact, oftentimes we feel embarrassed by it. Deep down, we all love receiving compliments and the recognition that goes with it, but we suck at it. A recent study found that 88% of the people loved receiving compliments and felt that it added value to their life. But at the same time, 70% of those people felt really embarrassed by receiving a compliment. So why is it that we love receiving compliments? It makes us feel good inside and makes us feel validated, but yet we're so embarrassed by receiving them. Well, one thing is kind of funny, and it has to do with your brain. The area of your brain that receives compliments is also the same area of your brain that's triggered by flirting. And that's why we feel so embarrassed. That's why we get all hot and nervous. It's because it's triggering the same part of our brain. So by giving someone a compliment, their brain triggers the same chemicals as if you were flirting with them. That also explains why so many compliments are often mistaken as flirting. Now, for a lot of people, receiving a compliment contradicts what we believe about ourselves, and that has to do with low self-esteem. If you've got low self-esteem and you keep hearing these positive things about you, you're not going to believe it. In fact, they found that people who often have low self-esteem spend more time with people who think less of them than with people who think higher of them. Because again, what it does is it validates their own thinking and their own beliefs about themselves. When you give a compliment to someone with low self-esteem, they doubt the sincerity of that compliment. Oftentimes they feel embarrassed and even humiliated by receiving compliments. So those are some of the reasons why it's difficult for us to accept a compliment. But think about what you're doing to the other person. The person giving you the compliment took time out to say something positive about you, to recognize either something that you've done, something you're wearing, something that you've created, and in return, what do they get? One of the things that you might even notice is if you give certain people compliments, they actually end up insulting themselves. And so many times you'll hear people dismiss the compliment altogether. Say you give someone a compliment about a great job that they just did. And in return, they say something like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Anyone could have done it. How does that make you feel? How do we learn to accept a compliment? Well, the first thing that you want to do is put yourself in the other person's shoes. Now, they're taking time out to recognize something that you've done or something you're wearing, just something about you that's nice and positive. And they want to share that with you because it makes them feel good. And they want to make you feel good too. And so by insulting yourself, not only are you hurting yourself, but you're dismissing the nice thing that someone else is doing for you. So first off, recognize what the other person's trying to do, the message they're trying to convey. Another thing that you want to do is instead of looking internally and insulting yourself, why don't you turn that around, thank the other person for giving the compliment, and tell them how it makes you feel. Nothing negative like, thanks for that compliment, it made me feel really embarrassed. But instead, tell them deep down how it makes you feel. Thank you very much for complimenting me on that speech that I just gave. I put a lot of hard work into it, and it makes me feel good knowing that you liked it. Just something as simple as that. What it does is little at a time, the more you do this kind of stuff, it's going to start tweaking the way you're thinking. Instead of being embarrassed by compliments, you're going to start feeling better about yourself. You're going to start realizing that there's sincerity involved. And at the same time, the other person's going to feel better. So what are they going to do in return? They're going to give you more compliments. They're going to give other people more compliments. And before you know it, the entire world is happy. I understand that receiving a compliment can be very difficult. It can be embarrassing because it conflicts with how you feel about yourself. But understand that what you're doing is causing damage and harm, not only to yourself, but to the person giving it. So next time someone gives you a compliment, just thank them for it, smile, and believe it. With that, thank you so much. You've been an amazing audience, and I really appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end. See what I did there?